Hey everyone on YouTube, it's John Flickster here. I'm going to talk about the movie Logan Lucky today. No, it's actually Greg Alba here. Yeah, happy Memorial Day to everyone out there. Filming this on Memorial Day. And what better movie trailer to do than Logan Lucky, which takes place on Memorial Day if I'm not mistaken. Steven Soderbergh coming out of retirement since 2013 was his last movie he did. Before I go into this trailer reaction review thingy, I wanted to give a shout out to Aldrin D. He is the first person to buy t-shirts from The Real Rejects, and he sent us over photos of him wearing them. There they are. Him with the nipple chills. That's my quote. That's when you know a trailer is good, is when the nip chills are there. And John and I as the two male characters from the Devil's Rejects posters. My sister drew that one for us. And you can follow my sister, XMaryBlackX, on Instagram. Check out all our awesome art designs. But Aldrin D, thank you so much, my friend. You look like a handsome Asian. You look Filipino. You look cuddly. This one, you can keep me warm during the winter, my friend. Winter is coming. Beacon Street. Nice. Yeah.
You mean just gonna say it? I gotta let you go. You were just fired.
I was let go for liability reasons involving insurance.
The one-armed bartender.
You need to show a little respect.
Ouch.
Charlotte Motor Speedway. I know how they move the money.
Oh, snap!
The guy who knows anything about blowing up real bank vaults is Joe Bang.
I am incarcerated.
Yeah, we got a plan to get you out.
Oh, shit!
Coca-Cola 600 is the biggest race of the year.
We need computer whiz.
I know everything there is to know about computers, okay? All the Twitters, I know them.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola 600.
Oh, what style.
20 yards. I don't know, maybe 30.
Is it 20 or is it 30? We are dealing with science here.
Oh, man.
They're gonna know what we want them to know.
My life of crime is over.
That is massively stupid.
That's Seth MacFarlane?
It's been handled.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Alien Covenant. Oh, Winter Soldier.
I want everything on Jimmy Logan.
I'm about to get naked. So no bacon. I said no bacon.
He does that voice so well.
You Logans mustn't be as simple-minded as people say.
People say that.
Would you give me my arm, please?
Is it this one?
All right, welcome back, Steven Soderbergh. Soderbergh is back! He's done so many films, Steven Soderbergh. And, you know, when he said he's taking that, like, self-imposed retirement he was taking, who really believed he would not make a film ever again? And it happened sooner than I thought. I thought it would probably wait like a decade before he made, like, because I know he's done work on television in the past few years, but him returning to film is an exciting time. And for him to do so many films, it was smart. The trailers started off with, like, the most fun movies he's arguably made, the Ocean's trilogy, and Magic Mike, which is cool because he's returning with star Channing Tatum, who he also worked with in Side Effects. Little fun fact trivia for you guys. So promoting the trailer, starting off with the Ocean's movies is smart because this goes back to that Steven Soderbergh type of flair, that type of style. These guys are pulling off a heist. He has a lot of the signature type of framing and colors that you'd want from a Steven Soderbergh film. This looks like it's going to have that pace, that awesome banter that he really knows how to include in his films. Some really good characters here. I'm excited to see Adam Driver continuously branching out and doing all different kinds of characters, because like a lot of people, I was introduced to Adam Driver from the show Girls. I really enjoyed his performance in Silence. I think he's an okay Kylo Ren. I think he'll probably do a better job in The Last Jedi. But here he's doing another kind of weird character because he's not your typical looking Hollywood actor. And I like seeing him do weird roles here. Him and Channing Tatum do look like they could be actual brothers. In a lot of ways, I couldn't help but think of a more fun version of Hell or High Water. You know, two brothers pulling off a heist, the southern accents. The character I'm most excited to see is Daniel Craig, because you know, that's an actor who just seems, we all know him primarily for his work as Bond, but the dude's a legit actor. He's a damn good actor. The first movie I ever saw him in was Road to Perdition. And it's very apparent the guy wants to break away from doing Bond in general, and I think he doesn't want to be pigeonholed into doing action hero type of characters. And this movie, after coming off of Spectre, is a good transitional type of role, I feel, for him, because the film itself has an action vibe about it. It doesn't look like it's necessarily action-packed, but it's a heist movie, and there's some stunt sequences in here. There's going to be some action sequences in here, so there's an action flair about its tone that I'm really enjoying. So having Daniel Craig in here just makes sense. But on top of that, he's doing a full-fledged character. That accent he's doing, the look he has, the body language, the mannerisms. I'm excited to see him be a full-on character outside of what we've seen him do with other big films like the Bond films or Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. Because if you see films like Layer Cake, Road to Perdition, or even films like Defiance, I think the guy is an amazing, talented actor. You know, I know they're still trying to get him to be Bond, but it seems like he's pretty dead set on it, because I want him to still have a flourishing career after officially hanging up the Bond jersey. And it's roles like this where he looks like he's gonna be the one who steals the show. Seth MacFarlane in a movie like this. That's one thing I like about Steven Soderbergh too. Every once in a while he does a casting choice that you wouldn't necessarily expect. He had Sasha Grey star in a film. He got Gina Carano, I think that's her name. You know I'm talking about, that MMA fighter. Put her as the lead in Haywire. Another movie that Channing Tatum has worked with Steven Soderbergh an awful lot, actually. Channing Tatum was in Haywire as well. And we didn't really see much of the other cast. I think Steven Soderbergh's great with ensemble pieces because he loves character. He knows how to direct his actors very well. And, you know, Catherine Waterston, I'm not too familiar with her work. Saw her in Alien Covenant, thought she did a really good job. Katie Holmes, to me, I sometimes feel like Katie Holmes can do a really good job in movies. I mean, she was never really regarded as the greatest actress ever, but ever since that marriage with Tom Cruise that she had for a few years, that really seemed to be the thing that was taking her career for a while. So I'm hoping she gets to do some cool stuff here. And Seth MacFarlane, this movie's definitely a Steven Soderbergh type of comedy, the way how the Ocean's trilogy was, the way how Magic Mike was. So Seth MacFarlane being a comedic actor, but under the direction of Steven Soderbergh, I'm actually quite intrigued to see what Seth MacFarlane does with his role here. Because I'm not too sure what live action material Seth MacFarlane has done, especially under the direction of another director. I know he starred in A Million Ways to Die in the West, but he directed that. I felt that if someone else directed A Million Ways to Die in the West, he might have done a better job in the performance area, someone to guide him. And I feel like Steven Soderbergh can bring out great performances, in, like Gina Carano. I really hope I'm saying her name right. Did a pretty good job for someone who has no acting experience. Did a pretty damn good job in that Haywire movie. I heard Sasha Grey was surprisingly good in The Girlfriend Experience. I didn't personally see it, but a lot of people I know that saw it said she does actually a really good job for coming off of being a porn actress. But this film looks fresh. It looks exciting. It looks really funny. You know, in Ocean's 11, you got this big cast together, but most of them just show up to just have a good time on set. They're all just being themselves on set. You know, George Clooney, Brad Pitt's Brad Pitt, you know the whole cast. Very few of the actual members of Ocean's 11 get to be full-on characters. People like Don Cheadle in that film got to be a full-on character. And here, all the actors seem like they get to be full-on characters. They're not just showing up to be their personalities. They're showing up to play an entire role with mannerisms, changing their voice. I'm really looking forward to it. Channing Tatum, I love that actor. Almost anything, if he's starring in it, I'm immediately drawn to wanting to see it. And him and Soderbergh have done some pretty solid films together. And of course, you know, Steven Soderbergh coming out of retirement to direct a feature film. I'm really curious to see what was it about this specific project that made him go, all right, I gotta come out and I'm gonna direct this one. It doesn't look like the tone and style of a Soderbergh film of like you know, traffic or side effects. This looks more like, yeah, the Ocean's trilogy and Magic Mike, the humorous side of Steven Soderbergh. So I'm pretty excited to see this. I'm pretty excited because it just looks cool. Looks like a cool film. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. You can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell to get notified whenever one of our videos is out. I'm at the Greg Alba on Instagram and Twitter. Go check out our Patreon where we have a lot of exclusive perks and video content over there. Have a lot of love and support happening from the community. Thank you to all. Happy Memorial Day.